Van D, a dynamic leader with decades of experience building companies and crushing sales. He's been there and done that.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello. My name is Van D.
Inspiring audiences across the country to do it too. Here's Van.
Hey everybody, get motivated. It's Van Deeb. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. I'm really grateful that you take the time to tune into this. I'm always trying to do something that will benefit you, some topic. And if you get one thing out of listening to me for 10 minutes, for 20 minutes, then it was worth it. And I'm grateful you're here today. So today I want to talk to you about asking for referrals. Let me tell you something. My business career, a lot of you know my background. It's almost 38 years in the real estate business, and I'm grateful I'm still doing it. And a lot of people ask me, after I sold my big company, why am I still doing it 10 years later? Well, I do real estate still so I can be relevant to my audiences. When I speak to sales and service people, I don't want to be one of these guys that, 20 years ago when I was in sales. I want to be able to relate to you. So if somebody in my audience asks a question or had a challenge with a client, chances are I'm going to be able to help them. So I was very fortunate in my business career, and still today, I live off of referrals. So before I came in today to do this podcast, I just got done doing a speech. Well, I was driving here on the way over knowing I'm going to do a podcast on referrals, and I was thinking, how did I get that speaking gig that I had this morning? And it was from somebody that referred them to me because they heard me in a speech before. I live off referrals. And let me ask you something. What do you think referrals cost? Well, let me help you out with that. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. How cool is that to gain business and you look at your acquisition cost? What did it cost for me to get that client? And the answer is zero, because it was a referral. And I want to tell you something. When people refer you, those people are sold on you before you even get there. When somebody would say, hey, you ought to have Van Deeb sell your house. He sold ours. When I go sit down with them, it's mine to lose. They're already planning on giving me the business. So how do we get referrals? We have to do a good job at what we do for a living, because nobody's going to refer you. And if you don't care, if you don't have the drive, desire, determination to be successful for that client, guess what? They're not going to refer you. So it costs you money not being the best you can possibly be. Referrals are and always will be the best way to get business. So Walt Disney, and I quote Walt Disney a lot because of the success that he built in his mindset. Walt Disney said something that really resonated with me and really made me think about why I'm in business and why I go to work every day. He said, do what you do so well that they will want to see it again and bring their friends. Now, is that telling you everything right there? That you do what you do so well that they will want to see it again and bring their friends. To me, that's referral. You're doing your job so well that people want to refer you. So one of my number one hopes is that when I do business with somebody and they're sitting around with their friends having coffee or hanging out, that even if they aren't talking about real estate, I want them to bring my name up because they had such a good experience. I want them talking about me. That's going to turn into a referral from somebody that they're talking to. So referrals were and still are my number one source of getting business, period. A third-party testimonials is the ultimate compliment you can receive. When somebody's talking highly of you, it doesn't get any better than that. When people call me and said, hey, so-and-so was at one of your speaking events and said that you really empowered them to become better, I can't ask for a better compliment. It's just like with you. Look at the referrals that you've gotten Think about the last referral you've got. And if you can't think about it, maybe you're not doing things the right way, so that's why you haven't gotten any. But think about it. When people have referred you, they've been happy with your services. It makes the person feel safe that they are using someone that someone else used and was happy with. You know, we live in this society where people are nervous about doing business with new people. And I don't blame them, because you don't know what the motivation is. You don't know what people's motives are like in the old days. It's not clear and present. So now more than ever, it's important to get third-party testimonials, it's very much the same as a referral. In my real estate and speaking career, I depend on referrals more than anything. The ultimate goal for me, is for your current customers to help you create new customers. I strongly believe the purpose of a business is to create a customer who creates new customers for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this area is critical to your business, no matter what business you are in. How do we get referrals? Regardless if they are past, current, or have never been a customer at all, it still means the same. So, you got to ask people to refer you. You can't be afraid to say to somebody, you know what, I appreciate, like if somebody says, hey, Van, thank you so much. We really enjoyed doing business with you. Well, one of the first things I say is, you know what, I said, I'm so grateful that you're pleased with my services. Would you mind writing me just a one paragraph statement about your experience with me? That's a third-party testimonial. That's like a referral on paper. And you can use that when you're trying to get new customers. Or don't be afraid to ask somebody. Say, hey, I'm so glad you were pleased. Is there anybody else that could use my services that I can reach out to? Well, if you don't ask, you don't receive. I believe in asking so much, I wrote a book called The Power of Asking. It's my 5th book, and you can get it on my website at vandeeb.com. It's about how to ask for business. Asking for a referral is not like asking for a sale. It's softer and it's easier. So let me just tell you one of the many examples. I'm just going to share this with you. So let's use my real estate background for an example, and you can use it in your industry, hopefully. I get a brand new listing. I want to call up, let's say, one of my past customers. And instead of asking him if he wants to buy or sell a house, he just did for me not long ago. I'm going to say, hey, John, I wanted to tell you, I've got a brand new listing over here on 1265 Jackson Street. It's an incredible opportunity. Do you know anybody that might be interested to purchase a new home for $250,000? Is there anybody you know I should be talking to? Well, it's a lot softer and easier than coming out and saying, will you do business with me? So it's really not like calling people asking for a sale. It's softer and it's easier. And you involve people in helping you accomplish your goals. So what you've just done when you called up your past customer and asking for a referral, what you've just done is twofold. You've asked for them to refer you, and guess what else you did that most salespeople are rotten at? You kept in touch with them so they don't forget you. So here's what I emphasize. When I would call up a past customer, I would say, hey, John, if you know anybody looking for a great deal, I've got a brand new listing over on Jackson. It's priced great. It's going to sell fast. If you know anybody that wants a good deal, let me know and I'll give them a call. Well, what you've just done is you've associated yourself with, I know where the good deals are. And you've also stayed in touch with a past customer. This is no different than maintaining a relationship or further building a relationship. So one of the things that I like that Jeff Bezos, of course, the creator of Amazon, this is something that he said that I really enjoy. We see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the host. It's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. So you don't think that's going to get referrals coming to them? Of course it is. The easier and the better they make the experience for somebody, they're going to tell people. I'm new to Amazon. I want to give you an example about how true that statement is that Jeff Bezos just said. I went to a office supply store to get my favorite pen. And I have very expensive writing pens that people have bought for me as gifts that are still in the box because I like this pen. I went to an office supply store to get it and they were completely out. I'm walking out to my car and I'm like, I'm going to check this out on Amazon. I sit in my front seat of my car. I get on the Amazon app, and within probably a minute and a half, I had ordered my favorite pen, and they're going to be at my house today. And I ordered it yesterday with no shipping charges. So when Jeff Bezos says, we see our customers as invited guests to a party, and we are the host, it's our job every day to make every important aspect of the customer experience a little bit better. They made it easy for me. So anyway, not to keep advertising for Amazon, but man, do they got it going on. So another way besides what we talk about for referrals is, one obvious way is asking. And here's how I asked. Okay, this is just one of the ways that I ask. Mike, you and your referrals are very important to me. If you know anyone who wants the best service possible when buying or selling a home, my family and I would be very grateful if you referred me. Now, let me tell you something. Why did I include my family and I? Instead of saying, hey, Mike, you and your referrals are very important to me. If you know anyone that wants the best service possible, I would be very grateful if you referred me. I like to include my family. Why? Because are they going to benefit? If Mike gives me a referral, is my family going to benefit? Yes. I think it's very important that you include your family when asking, because they will benefit just like I do. And I also think it sounds much better. I mean, I'd rather help somebody out that says, hey, my family and I will be grateful than I will be. One of the best ways to get people to refer you is to be helpful to them, even when they need something or a service you don't offer. I want to tell you how important this is. How many times have you called somebody up and you said, yes, I'm interested in purchasing this item? We don't carry that, is the answer. That's it. End of story. They just say, I'm sorry, we don't carry that. Well, how would you like it if somebody said, you know what? If somebody said to me, hey, Van, we don't carry that, but let me give you the name of a company that does. I don't have their phone number with me, but this is the name, and I know they're located on L Street. Be resourceful and help them in every way you know possible. They won't forget you. Use your connections or whatever you have to guide them to help them with their solution. They're going to see how sincere and willing you are to be of service to them. And guess what? They will never, ever forget you. People refer people they like. Are they going to like you after you trying to help them on something that you don't do business with or that you don't carry? Absolutely. Getting referrals is the key to staying in business, the key to keeping your costs down. Your acquisition costs literally are zero for that customer when they get referred to you. Once again, I'm grateful you guys tune in. I'm hoping you get some little tidbits. If you learn one new thing and listen to me for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes, then I've done my job. And I want to tell you something. I would love to come to your company. So go to your employer, the owner of your company, and say, we need to get Van Dieb in here to help us increase our market share. I'm an outside voice that you guys would love to have. Feel free to reach out to me at van@vandeeb.com. All my information is on my website at vandeeb.com. Once again, I'm grateful you tuning into my podcast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and please subscribe to this podcast. Thanks again. Get motivated.
A Parkville Media Production.